Hello, welcome to my world yet again. I'm going to be doing a little lesson discussing strong and passing tones and chord families today. I have two young chaps helping me here. This is Shannon over here, and we have Ed. Give the camera a wave, that's lovely. You can smile as well, boys, it's so cool. So, between the three of us, we're going to try and demonstrate how chord families or groups work in a specific key. For today, we're going to look at C major. As there are no sharps or flats in that key, it's quite easy to understand to start with. We can number notes, and therefore we can number chords also, and you'll see how, when we go through this lesson, how that will work, okay? So we're going to start off just by going through a C major scale over one octave, and then we'll take it from there, and we're going to count the notes as we go up, okay? So, boys, you want to join me on this, yeah? Okay, so we're just going to keep that tempo to really nice and slow, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely stuff. Okay, so I'll give us a count off again, and then we'll count the notes as we go. I'll count them out loud for you. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful stuff. Okay, so that's a C major scale over one octave, 8 notes. We can number those notes as we just have, and we can also name the notes. We'll do that one time, okay, just for the viewers at home here, okay? 3, 4. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, so what we have, we can extend this into chords, yeah, major, minor, and diminished triad chords, yeah? Now, anybody tell me what a triad is, boys? Ed, do you want to tell me?
So 3 notes of the scale, the first, the third, and the fifth.
Which will make a major chord and also a minor chord if it's in a minor key. That's absolutely right. Okay, so let's try and demonstrate this together, boys. We're going to start at different points of the scale, okay? If I start on the first note, okay, and we're just going to go up an octave again. Shannon, can you start on the third note for me, which is an E, okay? And if you start on the 5th note of that scale, Ed, then we'll hear this together. And we'll do exactly the same thing. Are you cool with that? After 4, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. So what you're getting there, actually, we're making some chords between us, yeah? Same as a string quartet would or whatever, or even the notes on a piano or keyboard would make when you play them together. So the first chord we actually have is C major. If we play those notes together, the E and the G for you, please, Ed. 3, 4. So we're making the triad of the chord of C major, C, E, and G. Yeah? Is that cool? If we move up to the next note that we were playing, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we've got a D minor chord. We've got the notes of D, F, and A all happening there between us, yeah? Okay? And this is how it just runs up. So what I want to discuss is what all these chords are that fit in with this beautiful family of the C major scale. Okay? So can anybody, Shannon, do you want to tell me what chords we've got? The first 4 chords of that key, please.
C,
yeah.
D minor,
yeah.
E minor, and F.
Okay, and beyond that?
G,
yeah.
A minor,
yeah.
B diminished.
And back on C for the octave, absolutely, that's great. So that's the notes, when we combine these 3 notes of each of those triads, or the 3 notes that make up the chord, that's what we're going to be creating. Now, if we do this on 1 string each, hopefully the guys at home will be able to see this very easily. If I play the C major scale, just starting on that note there, if you go from the E there, please, Shannon, we're going to go E, F, G, etc., right up the neck, yeah? And if you can start on the G, the open G for me there, Ed, that would be lovely, okay? We'll try that again, guys? 3, 4. That worked first time. Get in. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so the chords we have as we go up through here, guys, are exactly what you guys played a minute ago. Let's do the first note together. 3, 4. C major. Next one. 3, 4. D minor. 3, 4. E minor. 3, 4. F major. 3, 4. G major. 3, 4, A minor, 3, 4. That's a B diminished triad, and we finish up on the octave 3, 4, back to C major. That sounds great. That's absolutely fantastic, guys. So what we notice about this, and why I use the C major scale, is that we have no notes that are sharps or flats In other words, on a keyboard there would be no black notes involved, it'd be all the white notes, yeah? Pretty straightforward. You cool with that so far? Now what that means is that if we're playing a melody or creating a melody or an improvisation over any of these chords, we can actually just use those notes in the key of C major and they will all fit in. Now some will fit better than others, which are our strong and passing tones, which I'll get to in just a second, okay? But let's pick some random numbers, okay? Number between 1 and 7 from you, Ed.
3.
3?
7.
3, 7, and I'm going to say a 5, okay? So what's the third chord we played there, guys?
E minor.
E minor. And what was the 7?
B diminished.
B diminished. And what was the 5?
G.
Okay, let's play those three chords, yeah? Okay. So the first chord was E minor. That's it. 3, 4. Okay, and then we had the B diminished. And then the 5 was the G. Okay, and nice resolution, we could end on the 1, the C, yeah? Okay, so let's try those 4 chords again. And we'll play them a bar of each, just 4 strokes on each, yeah? 3, 4. G. Just finished on the C. Beautiful stuff, okay? So you can hear they really work well together, those chords. Again, because they're all in the same family of the C major chord grouping, yeah? Let's try something a little bit melodic with that now, okay? So I'm just going to pick 2 of those chords that we've looked at earlier on, the first 2 chords, the C and the D minor, okay? Shannon, what I'd like you to do is just start on the root notes of those, but actually an octave up, so that one there for the C, please, and the D. Okay, just play those 2 notes for me over the chords, 3, 4. Beautiful stuff. So that fits really perfectly, yeah? Now if you just play the C note twice, 3, 4. It kind of still fits in there, but it's not a strong tone because I've moved this chord. I now don't have that note of C in there. I've got these other notes of D, F, and A, obviously, yeah? Okay? So that's why I said for the strong tones. So try it this time and play C, C, D, okay? C again, and then D now. Right, now we've got resolution to that chord. You hear how that works? Yeah, try that one more time for me. Okay, so there's a melodic idea going on there. You're starting with the strong tone. When I go to that second chord, the D minor, you're still playing what we call a passing tone. In other words, not one of the strong or chord tones from the C major scale there, on the D minor chord, I should say. But then you resolve to the D, okay? Now let's just try a 4-note pattern with you still, Shannon, on this, okay? I want you to play C, D, E, and F for me. Okay, those 4 as I go through. And now I'm going to play these same 2 chords repeated, okay? 3, 4. Beautiful stuff. Now you can hear that those last 2 notes you played were still perfectly in tune with these chords because they are part of the chord tones of those 2 chords. The C, you're playing the E, which is the 3rd of that scale, and then when I go to the D minor, you're playing the minor 3rd there on the D scale, yeah? Okay, is that cool? Yeah? So, over to you, Ed. We'll have a little go with you as well. We'll try and reverse what we've done there. Yeah, okay, so I want you to play the F, E, D, and C notes, if you would, okay? Okay, you ready? Okay, 3, 4. So I picked some other chords there, but I knew they'd be strong tones in there. You see what I'm saying? Yeah? Although I went slightly different chords there, obviously, yeah? So hopefully you'll get an understanding of which ones, with practice, you can hear are the strong tones and which ones are the passing tones, yeah? Now we can use this in many solo applications and improvisations, but also for writing melodies as well, of course, yeah. So if you play a C chord for me, guys, nice and gently, and I'll just play a very well-known melody here then, and then I want you to go to an F. Okay, 3, 4. F. Oh, there you go, there's a beautiful thing, okay? So that F obviously belongs, all right, it's not my favourite programme, but it's the missus. Okay, so very well-known melody there, but that's how that works. It lands, that strong tone lands on that beautiful F chord, yeah? And has made the writer lots and lots of money as well, so always keep that in mind, yeah? Very important. So, any questions about this so far, guys? Anything you want to know about this so far? No? You sure? Okay. So, hopefully that's given you a bit of an idea of how we can start with melodic ideas, yeah? Now, of course, not all the chords that we ever hear together are in those chord groupings. Now, when it goes out of that chord family, for instance, the C major, you might go to a B flat chord, to an F, for instance, yeah? That kind of thing. That B flat in itself tells you there's a flatted note in there, at least one, yeah? So we know that we've got to go out of that key then, that C major. Now, this is when we would start going into modes or modal playing, yeah? But that's for another lesson, of course. We will discuss that another time, of course. For now, I just want you to understand that's how it works. So let's pick another few chords that we can just use. Pick a number for me again, Shannon.
3.
A 3 from you, okay.
6.
A 3 and a 6. Oh, this is sounding very minor-y. Okay, okay. And I'm going to go 5, 1, okay? So what chords have we got there, guys? So your 3 chord was?
E minor.
Yeah, it's 6. And then we go to the 5, which is G. That's absolutely right. And then the 1. Okay, so we've got these 4 chords. Again, we'll do... So I'm going to play these chords for you guys. I want you to take a little time, just having a little noodle. You're still in C major, but try and pick some... Just have a go at picking some of the strong tones as you go with this, yeah? Okay? So have a think. Obviously, the E is going to be a good note there. The C would be good on the A minor, etc., okay? But just give that a go. Ed, you can go first this time if you like, okay? So I'm just going to play a nice, slow sort of rhythm like that, 1 bar of each chord, okay? So E minor, A minor, G, and C, okay? And I'll repeat it a couple of times to give you a little bit of a chance, okay? 2, 3, 4. We'll have another couple of those, yeah? There we go. Lovely ending right there. So the first couple you were kind of fumbling a little bit, but you started hearing the notes and maybe connecting the lesson we're doing here with what you've been doing there. And the last couple of times through, you were actually coming up with something that made really good melodic and harmonic sense.
I'm trying to remember the chords. For just that.
Okay, right. Well, it's all practice, of course, then, okay? Shannon, do you want to have a little bit of go with that as well? We'll do the same chords again, okay? So same thing. Use your ears. They'll never lie to you, as my good friend Richie always says. They'll never lie to you. Ordinarily, okay, depending on how many beers you've had, of course. Okay, so same thing for you, okay? I'll run it through 4 times again, Shannon, okay? 2, 3, 4. Oh, my bad. Better one to end on there. So you proved the point there, right there at the end, Shannon. You landed on that D, and it's like, oh, not. There we go, finish on that nice C. Then you've got the strong tone going on. The real point about this, guys, is to practice these ideas really slowly and get the idea. The speed will come naturally with time, it really will, yeah? So keep that in mind when you're doing this, okay? Any questions from the floor, guys? Anything at all? Oh, you're quite happy with what we've done there, yeah? So hopefully this will see you through a lot of stuff. And like I say, we'll be doing a modal lesson soon where we go and discuss all the different modes and key changes and stuff. And we'll have a look at that. Okay, guys, thank you very much, Shannon. Thank you very much, Ed. And to you guys at home, bye for now. Take care.